Welcome to the 2012 season of the Dallas Summer Musicals. For over 72 years, the Dallas Summer Musicals has presented the best of Broadway in North Texas. DSM produces, presents, and promotes excellence in live musical theater with performances for audiences of all ages. Over the years, some of the greatest names in show business have graced the stage here at Fair Park. And through community outreach and education, DSM is enriching the cultural landscape of Dallas-Fort Worth and the entire Southwest region.
I'm Michael Jenkins, and welcome to the Dallas Summer Musicals. I hope I'm not sitting in your seat, but we're really glad you're here. You're very important to the 72nd year of Dallas Summer Musicals. Thank you for being here.
Since 1941, audiences have come to Fair Park to see beauty, bravery, passion, intrigue, and above all, world-class entertainment.
Maurice Chevalier came to this very theater in 1959 for a one-week appearance. And then he said something that's been a philosophy for Dallas Summer Musicals, and for me in particular, through my entire career. He said, "People will be late. I want you to leave the doors open, the lights up, because I would not want to miss the opportunity to perform for them. It's the audience that's important, not me." And he repeated it. It's the audience that's important, not me.
Join us now for a preview of the 2012 season as we look at our upcoming shows. Our first preview features 4 living legends together on stage in Dallas for the first time ever. Million Dollar Quartet is the smash hit Broadway musical, inspired by the electrifying true story of the famed recording session that brought together rock and roll icons Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins for the first and only time.
Broadway's Million Dollar Quartet tells the story of passion, fame, betrayal, and a night to remember. Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Elvis Presley are the Million Dollar Quartet, now an international hit musical. It's the music you remember, the story you'll never forget.
Well, I really like the venue here for a lot of reasons. First of all, when you walk in and you're greeted by Michael Jenkins or one of his key people, I mean, it says family and it says that they care. I don't think there's any place else we can go where you really see a Broadway show that gives you the grandeur and so forth that this does. Most people don't know that Dallas Summer Musicals is the 4th largest producer of Broadway shows in the country. And by having that pipeline to bring here, by producing material elsewhere and then being able to bring it to Dallas, this really is a true Broadway venue, and with some of the best material you can have in the country.
What I can count on, for sure, with the Dallas Summer Musicals is that the shows will be top-notch, first-rate, and the cast will be terrific. And we always seem to get the current shows plus some really great classics.
My husband and I, for one thing, love going to see shows together. So a night at DSM, seeing a show is a really great, wonderful way for us to go and enjoy a night out on the town. But we also want to do that with our son. There's so many wonderful family shows at DSM. So Peter Pan will be our first opportunity to do that with Nolan, but the first of many.
Coming in April, DSM introduces another Tony Award-winning musical. Winner of 3 2010 Tony Awards, La Cage aux Folles, featuring George Hamilton.
Bonsoir, Dallas. Come see me, George Hamilton, in the Tony Award-winning new production of La Cage aux Folles. What Broadway musical has the most Tony Awards in history? The best reviews from across the globe, the loudest laughs, the bounciest balls, the handsomest chorus girls, and me, George Hamilton. Come on, give me some sparkle. There you go. The best of times is now, so come and join me at La Cage aux Folles.
La Cage aux Folles this summer won many awards on Broadway. But the national tour will be here in Dallas with none other than George Hamilton. He even asked me to get him a tanning bed.
Rain, a tribute to the Beatles, will take you back in time when all you needed was love and a little help from your friends.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog to find out, and I found out.
Amazing. Every little nuance, every little sound. Trust me, amazing.
Well, I was twisting and shouting. I was singing all those songs. Everything was coming back. Loving every minute of it.
It was great. We were singing along the entire time. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I loved every minute of it, and I couldn't stop moving.
Giving back to the Dallas community is part of the mission of DSM. The DSM Academy of Performing Arts offers professional musical theater training through the YMCA. Children can experience the magic of singing, acting, and dancing.
And the reason I smile, it's amazing that it's of our 5 locations throughout the Metroplex, this is the absolute #1 location in terms of attendance, in terms of quality, in terms of students that attend, and young adults to our program, sponsored by the Y and presented by Dallas Summer Musicals. And it's not about always being a star or learning how to sing and dance, but how to be a better citizen and how to enjoy your community. I had a man come to me one afternoon and say, you know, his daughter used to get migraine headaches and not want to go to school because she was afraid to stand up in front of her class. And they put her in this school that we have here at the Y, and found out that now she's the first one to raise her hand and can hardly wait to get to school. So it's not about being a star, but enhancing the possibilities, enhancing the challenges, and the diversity of a wide group of people, not only children, but young adults.
To learn more, follow us on Facebook or Twitter, or call 214-969-7469.
You know, so many things have happened here at the Music Hall, not only on stage, but quite often in the audience. And one night a lady came down and said that some people sitting behind her were eating Fritos, and they were crunching them and she couldn't hear the show, and she wanted me to throw them out. And said, I understand you've been eating Fritos. I said, no. I said, well, all these crumbs on the floor. And she said, well, we've finished. I said, well, good. Do not eat the Fritos because it bothers other people. And after the intermission, the same lady came back to me and said, they're eating again. So I went, oh no. So I went down again. I said, I thought I asked you not to eat Fritos. She said, oh, we're not eating Fritos. We're eating potato chips. A true story.
Texas Instruments is very grateful to the Dallas Summer Musicals for all the memories they're providing for kids and adults alike, for the difference they're making in our community through their education efforts. I mean, the DSM has such great education programs that are making differences in the lives of thousands of kids in our area. It's a memory you'll have for a lifetime, and the Dallas Summer Musicals are helping to create those memories. They're helping to inspire kids. They're helping to give families a great place to go to have an experience with the entire family that they can then bond and take with them, and it's making our city such a better place to live. We really owe the Dallas Summer Musicals and the staff and all those who help make their productions a reality, the donors, the sponsors, those who buy tickets, those who are in the audience today. We really owe them a big thank you for what they have done, are doing, and will continue to do to make our city such a vibrant and wonderful place to be.
Oh, the Dallas Summer Musicals are definitely one of the main parts of this community, because it's been here and it's proven its service to the community. It's proven to be the best of Broadway. The sense of legacy as far as the Dallas Summer Musicals has been forever an institution, and therefore forever a part of our life here in Dallas. So we are absolutely blessed to have the Dallas Summer Musicals and the music hall at Fair Park is just an institution that we absolutely have got to support, and it's always been the top, and it always will be.
Tickets are on sale now for the Broadway smash, Memphis, coming to Dallas on May 15th, that bursts off the stage with explosive dancing, irresistible songs, and a thrilling tale of fame and forbidden love. Winner of 4 2010 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Memphis, the Musical.
Remember, the name is Huey. Rhymes with Woo-wee. Now let's get a rhythm and blues. 2, 3, 4. Open your eyes.
You're tuning into Memphis, the 2010 Tony Award-winning Best Musical that is blowing the roof off of Broadway and coming to a city near you. Memphis is sensuous, soulful, tuneful, and theatrical, the very essence of what a Broadway musical should be. The world of 1950s Memphis, Tennessee ignites when a DJ named Huey Calhoun puts soul music on the radio and ushers in the era of rock and roll. Memphis sizzles with sensational singing and irresistible songs that the New York Times says evoke the powerhouse funk of James Brown, the hot guitar riffs of Chuck Berry, the smooth harmonies of the Temptations, and the silky, bouncy pop of the period.
Memphis and $1 Million Quartet. There's so many shows I want to see this season, and there always are. There's never a season that I'm like, that's a bummer of a season, you know?
You know, knowing that we are giving back to the community through the Dallas Summer Musicals has been a very big inspiration to our employees. They're also a very diverse group that come from throughout the community. We give to that, and to have our name associated with something that's such a staple of the community is a very big source of pride for our employees. On behalf of Metro PCS, please enjoy the show. If you'd like to learn more about our organization, please visit us at metropcs.com or one of our local stores. Thanks and have a great time.
The Dallas Summer Musicals is made possible in part through the generous support of our donors. Through your continued support, we are working to make Broadway affordable to all. Our Stage Right program introduces at-risk youth, ages 12 through 15, to arts and cultural events. With your support, we are fulfilling our mission every day as the preeminent nonprofit presenter of Broadway theater in North Texas. A mother, a daughter, 3 possible dads, and a trip down the aisle you'll never forget. Don't miss the smash hit, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. This is the musical about a wedding. And this is the reception it gets every night. Mamma Mia. Does it show again? Mamma Mia, ABBA's greatest hits woven into the smash hit Broadway show about a daughter's dream, a mother's secret, and a trip down the aisle you'll never forget.
Whenever I saw Mamma Mia, I was 7 months pregnant with my son Nolan, and I didn't know what I was having. We decided not to find out. And every time ABBA was playing, they were singing ABBA, he was dancing away in my stomach. So I was convinced that I had a dancing queen in my stomach. I thought for sure it was a little girl. So 3 months later, I was pretty shocked whenever a little boy came out. So.
If there was ever a family show, it's this season's new production of Peter Pan with Kathy Rigby. And even as often as she has become Peter Pan, she does more gymnastics and more flying and more special effects in this show than ever has been seen before in this wonderful story of Peter Pan.
Favorite memory, we brought Ariel, our oldest granddaughter, to see Peter Pan. And at the end of the show, they threw up confetti. And everybody scrambled to get little pieces of this dust. And she had to gather it all up in all these different colors, and we put it in a plastic bag so that she could take it home to show her family what she had seen and what she could catch. A wonderful memory. It made a lasting memory for her.
Relive the magic and adventure as Tony Award nominee Kathy Rigby stars in an all-new production of Peter Pan, filled with timeless magical moments and a captivating hook.
Kathy Rigby is Peter Pan.
I'm flying. Look at me way up high, suddenly here am I'm flying.
This all-new multi-million-dollar production boasts spectacular sets, costumes, and never-before-seen dazzling special effects. Discover the magic of this two-time Emmy Award-winning production, nominated for 2 Tony Awards, including Best Revival of a Musical, and Kathy Rigby as Best Actress in a Musical. Peter Pan sparkles with fairy dust. Rigby has mastered the boy who wouldn't grow up. With over $200 million in ticket sales, Peter Pan has a proven track record of success. Rigby still carries off the flights, fights, and acrobatics that make Peter Pan audiences mesmerized. Peter Pan is filled with timeless, magical moments and a captivating hook.
So come with me where dreams are born and time is never planned. Just think of lovely things and your heart will fly on wings forever in never, never
The legend you thought you knew is now the adventure you never dreamed possible. Kathy Rigby is Peter Pan.
One of the shows that you'll want to bring your family to is The Addams Family. First of all, the original sets from the television show and costumes will be on display in the lobby, but the real fun will be on the stage right here at the Music Hall. One of my favorite lines in this show is when Gomez and Morticia are speaking to each other, and she says, "I don't know why you're so upset. We've been keeping your mother in the attic for the last 13 years, and he says, "My mother? I thought it was your mother."
They're creepy and they're kooky, and they're coming to devilishly delightful life. Be sure to see the weird and wonderful family, The Addams Family.
When you're an Addams, when you have a very special duty. When you're an Addams, one wife, you're obligated to the crowd. It's family first and family last, and family by and by. When you're an Addams, the standard answer's gonna fly. When you're an Addams, you do what Addams do or die.
Because when the lights go down and the curtain comes up and we have the best on stage that musical theater could possibly bring. And we've got it right here for everyone to enjoy.
Join us in 2013 for Wicked, Mary Poppins, The Lion King, Catch Me If You Can, and many more. Bringing you the best of Broadway for over 70 spectacular seasons, Dallas Summer Musicals. Tickets on sale now.
I always wonder what to get you for Mother's Day, but years ago, when this became my Mother's Day present to you, because really, you enjoyed it so much and we couldn't afford anything else, I'll say Happy Mother's Day in advance to you, and now I know what I'm always going to get you for Mother's Day.
Thanks.